Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I'm Digital Micro. You're on the Digital Micro Trading Journal channel, day trading for an ROI payout, no trade recommendations, no trade signals, and not selling indicators. This is just my trade journal. And I've got a weekend journal. Going to go over the charts, price action, order flow levels, draws on liquidity. And what I've got here on the left is a monthly, and one level on that monthly is on the far right, green candle for July. The discount wick level that I'm looking at is 44.55. On the weekly, on the far right chart, the level that I'm looking at is there's a volume imbalance way below, and that's about the third candle from the left, and that's down there at 42.73 by 42.56. So that's it for the intro on the big higher time frame. So baseline 5, how we closed on Friday, the yield curve in the 2-year is coming in at 4.76 on the close of Friday, and the 10-year 383. In the middle of this circle is 13.34, July 14th, 2023. That was the close, and we've got oil at 75.26. And here we are with the U.S. dollar, which has been key to allow the indexes and the equities to go up, 99.96. The question is, are we going to get back above 100 on the US dollar? So that wraps the baseline. Let's get to the charts. 24-hour chart, what I'm looking at is Friday, how we closed here within the Thursday green body of the bar, and Wednesday, Thursday has a volume imbalance gap where there is no bodies of candlesticks, and that is 10.75 by 0775. So again, this gap here, I have an interest of possible mean reversion for the upcoming week. Let's go to the 4-hour chart next. So this is where I really want to get down to the nitty gritty on the 4-hour and go to the different levels. So let's take a look at this, just basically raw data, and it's including RTH sessions and electronic. So the one level I'm looking at is the CPI candle bar. This big green candle bar is key. We're going to just call this 4-hour chart Gap City. So let's go to the annotations on this 4-hour chart, break it down. All right, so let's take a look at what we've got on the 4-hour annotations. This orange with yellow, this orange goes back to April 22 when we had a big volume imbalance, and you can see price did reprice into it. So that was one thing. And then what I'm looking at here is this July 13th PM high, and it also was the 7/14 Friday's RTH open. So significant level, that's 41.50, 150. So what we've got below this is the purple and this kind of teal colored. These are open range gaps. So I'm very much interested in this level right here, 44.9750, and the reason is because that was the last touch of this candle wick here, and this green bar right here that I'm pointing out, that was the CPI impulse move after the news, and then we had this bar come down with just again a candle wick, and that low was here, and what we left behind was a 4-hour fair value gap. So opening range gap, and on the yellow, a 4-hour fair value gap. And again, that 4-hour fair value gap has never been repriced. Below that, we have July 3rd new week open gap. So these are the key new week open gaps that I'm looking at on the 4-hour for next week. I want to focus on what's my bias going to look like on a possible reversion now that we're past the best 2 weeks of the year for bullish seasonality. I think possibly we could have a mean reversion, and we've got a lot of gaps left behind. This yellow one here is more of a daily volume imbalance. I did note that on the 24-hour chart, so you could say, okay, I've got 4 levels. So we'll see how we open on Monday, Globex, and I'm just going to anticipate, again, a retracement before we hit August at some point at these levels. That's what is of interest.